This is the iPhone 5S, and it was released in 2013 alongside Apple iPhone 5C as Apple's flagship smartphone. It was one of the first smartphones of its kind with a fingerprint scanner. It was Apple's classy design of the iPhone 5, and now it is 2017, and a lot of people have been asking me the question, Nick, should I buy an iPhone 5S in the year of 2017? Well, I think I got the answer for you here. Let's go. So let's begin with the key specifications of iPhone 5S. Apple A7 64-bit chip, 1.3 GHz, that's a dual-core architecture, 1 GB of RAM, 8 megapixel f-stop 2.2 1080p camera, and iOS 7 upgradable to iOS 10.2. So to confirm that, let's go into the iPhone 5S and you can see iOS 10.2 14C92. I do have a review video on that, but iOS 10 brings better animations, you know, a few features, control center, and much more to your iPhone 5S. So that's pretty cool there. Software should be upgradable to iOS 11. Now, in terms of build quality and design, if you decide to buy the iPhone 5S here in 2017, you're gonna have an incredible design. It's still great build quality, exactly the same as what you're going to find on the iPhone SE, but this one has chamfered edges, whereas the SE has matte edges. So this one actually might look a little bit more shiny around the edges, but great build quality and a Gorilla Glass display. Now I do want to take a quick second to mention that the fingerprint scanner on the iPhone 5S is first generation Touch ID, but it's still plenty quick, as you can see right here. We're in, and let's go back in, and we're in. Once again, let's do that one more time, and we are in, and you can see it just works well here. Now in terms of a display, you're going to get a Retina display with 326 pixels per inch, and the viewing angles are great, and it gets plenty bright and plenty dim as well. Very accurate colors here, so a very strong display here for iPhone 5S. Now I do want to mention that I love the portability and the pocketability of the iPhone 5S. You can just stick the iPhone 5S in a pocket and there's plenty of room to spare within that pocket. Now in terms of accessories, the iPhone 5S has plenty of cases on the market, and all the SE cases fit as well. So some manufacturers have been bringing cases back to the market because the SE came out, so you have a plethora, amazing amount of options for cases on your iPhone 5S if you decide to pick one up. Now in terms of the performance on the iPhone 5S, if you're familiar with the channel, we do performance tests all the time to check to see how slow it's getting or how fast it's getting, and the iPhone 5S, as you can see in this example, still performs pretty well here for 2017. All your apps are going to work just fine. It might be a half second slower or second slower than one of the newer iPhones, but it's still going to be just fine to get your daily tasks done, and it's not going to give you a headache in terms of the speed. Just don't expect blistering performance anymore from the 5S. Now on the rear we have an 8 megapixel f2.2 camera. On the front we have a 1.2 megapixel front facing selfie camera, and you can shoot this baby in 720p HD or 1080p HD, and you can enable grid lines as well if you want to get a little bit more creative within your iPhone. No 4K here for the iPhone 5S, so that's a bit of a bummer, but just be knowing that you're not going to have 4K. Now let's go ahead and go into that camera app and check it out. You can see you have photo options here, hello, and you have options to change the filters as well as the timer here, 3 seconds, 10 seconds, HDR on and off, and we have the square mode for Instagram, panoramic mode for panos, as well as video. Pretty familiar camera UI here for the iPhone 5S, but the same as what you're going to get here if you decide to pick up a newer iPhone. This is the same exact software, just all you're going to get different is live photos with the newer iPhones. But anyway, in terms of shooting with this camera, it's a very enjoyable shooting experience. Very small and compact camera, so it feels like a little portable digital camera, and it's just amazing to shoot with one hand as well. If you can grip this thing with one hand, it's pretty small, so most people should be able to. Now in terms of the battery life has been solid on the iPhone. I've done some iOS all day battery lives. You can get through a day if you're immediate to heavy user, but if you're an extremely heavy user, if you use your phone and you're beating on your phone all day, meaning using it all the time, this phone's like a half a day phone, so probably like a 9 to 5 kind of phone. So anyway, that's pretty much the battery life, but you do have low power mode. Let's check out some samples now. So here is a full HD example of the iPhone 5S video recording quality. So you can see the audio is coming directly from the iPhone 5S itself. And I'm taking a look at my Panasonic Lumix G7, which is video is being shot on, but you could see you could still create some nice content here with the iPhone 5S. It's a very, very nice video camera, even here in 2017. So that's pretty much going to wrap this video up of should you buy an iPhone 5S in the year of 2017. I hope this video went ahead and helped you to decide if you want to do just that. In my personal opinion, my personal experience, I think if I only had $150 for a smartphone, I think this would be a great smartphone because it's pretty much unmatched build quality here for the iPhone 5S at this price point. And also, you know, the iOS ecosystem has tons of apps for you to go ahead and try out for the first time if you've never tried an Apple device. But with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and click the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel for more technology videos like this. This was Nick here, helping you to master your technology. Be sure to be well. I will catch you all in the next one, and peace.